it's important to have systems and processes and support in place. And I think this is one of the things that I leverage off on my career path or career experience. Systems and processes are very important. So within even though you can call it a side hustle or your business, you need to have structure, processes and systems in place so that things can run even without you being physically involved. If you want to achieve greatness, and there's certain things that you also want to achieve in life, you have to put in the effort. You have to be intentional about this is what I want to pursue as well. We juggle multiple roles as women. You're a mom, you pushing your career, you've got a small business and all of that, and you're also trying to maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle, work out and do all of that. There's a lot. Plan your things. Unfortunately, once that 24-hour clock ticks, you're not getting any more time.
Hello, beautiful people. I hope you're good. It's Kamembo Manongonemi, and welcome to another episode of Salt.podcast. So we are still running with our new concept, which is a woman perspective. And today we are really honored to have Olwethu Duze. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast. You know, we are really honored to have you. So you are actually the second lady that we are having on our show. Oh. And then for this specific content, concept that we are running now, which is called a woman perspective. So you are the second woman that we are having here. So would you please introduce yourself to my viewers or to the people who are watching us?
Awesome. Firstly, thank you for inviting me. I'm quite excited to be here and to be the second woman. Yeah. So this is quite exciting. My name is Olwethu Duze. I'm the founder of Olwethu, a South African skincare brand that specializes in sunscreen. I'm a business analyst by career profession. Okay. I'm a mom, and I think I'm a fun, pleasant, kind, and loving person in general.
Wow, that's a lot of title like showing up like that. And then I'm seeing in front of us here we have something yellow that I'm seeing here. May I touch one here?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that only for women or a man can also apply?
It's unisex. So we are very intentional with our products in ensuring that they are unisex, suitable for all skin types, as well as for all genders. So, yes. Okay.
So before digging into your story, I'm curious to know the story behind this.
Okay. Actually, sunscreen, I would say I know sunscreen from my mom. She is the inspiration behind it. And then years later, my daughter. So unfortunately, we were not exempt from sunscreen protection preachings for my mom. She still does. So she's big on skincare and sun protection. And I remember growing up, there were, especially on those hot summer's day, where she would insist that we put on hats and put on calamine. And I'm sure some of the kids in the village, they'd be like, I don't know, you're a bit weird. But because it's something that she believes strongly on rather, so she insisted that we do. But I also think it wasn't maybe too much foreign for us to wear calamine, because we would normally see women in the village when they're out doing chores outside the house or going to the fields. They would have like some white mud or some clay mud on their face as a sun protection element. So I think we were kind of exempt to say, okay, this is not like a foreign thing that we're seeing. So the first tube of sunscreen that I know was for my mom. It was a white tube. I can't remember the brand. And then fast forward to years later, in my late 20s, I then I was intentional about incorporating sunscreen into my skincare routine, and I saw the benefits of it. And so my daughter is 5 years old. Okay. And I think when she was just over a year old, I was cleaning this one particular day. I was cleaning her closet, and I had been intentional on purchasing products for her hair and body care that are Black female owned, specifically South African. And And as I was cleaning her closet, I was like, I am so proud of myself because look at this. Her hair product, hair care, body care is all Black female owned, South African to be specific. I was like, this is quite incredible. My intentions, I can actually see the results of it. Then I was like, okay, let me go to my room and see my cosmetics if this thing actually aligns, right? Then I walk into my room and I'm like, okay, so the cosmetics that I use, the products that I use, is it a fair representation of Black female-owned products? Yes, there was quite a number, but I mean, I was like, okay, I think we can definitely improve here there so that it can more or less align. And whilst I was doing that analysis of that, then I was like, okay, so what particular product can I bring into the market without opening my phone and going into Google in terms of what that product is? And the answer was very easy for me. It was sunscreen. And it was easy because the seed of sun protection and the importance of it were planted on me by my mom many years ago. And I had also been very intentional about incorporating sunscreen, and I was seeing the benefits. Then I started the journey of, okay, so how do you formulate a sunscreen? What is required? Where do you source the ingredients? Where do you get it tested? So one thing about our brand, we are very intentional in making sure that it is a safe product from source to what you see now. So all our ingredients are FDA approved. Our sunscreen have been approved. That's why we've got those claims of dermatologically tested and approved. So it was that whole process of research, development, formulation, getting it tested so that we can make the claims that we are making on the product. And and then here we are.
That's really interesting, so like it's a long story, but that you just explain in few minutes. That's really awesome. I would like, how long did it take you to give us this one?
So I think with the research and the development, it took just, I think, over a year, because the business is with 3 years in the business. So it took a while, and we didn't want to take any, cut corners. We needed to make sure that what we bring out is actually a superior product.
Okay, so as knowing that as a woman putting yourself out there, what was the challenge that you faced so far to be here today, like knowing that it's really a long process, as I can hear you saying. And then, but I know that you face a lot. But what was really the challenge that make you like when you see this product now, you are proud of yourself?
Sure, I think that the challenges are there, right? And I think one of the things that I'm grateful for myself is I'm quite a confident person. If I am convicted on doing something, I go for it. I'm a dog. Once I lash on it, I run with it. But one of the challenges that we encountered, so the research and development, or the behind the scenes part, was great because it was my comfort area or my forte, and I'm a very reserved person in general. So we had limited marketing budget, close to zero essentially. And when you've got resource limitations, it means that when you release the product and you also introduce the brand, there's a lot of marketing that you need to put in. And I had to step in and fill in that gap and do the marketing myself. Now that was something completely different. I had to step out of my comfort zone to effectively market the product. So that was challenging in terms of starting such an awesome brand with limited resources, but that didn't stop me. And I also didn't want to compromise on the quality of the product. I was like, this needs to be great. The rest will figure it out on the way. And we started with it, and I was like, I'll leverage all social media to market the product because we are in the digital era. So what I hadn't mentioned is we have two products on the market. So we have two products on the market, an SPF 30 and an SPF 50. So SPF 50 is our second product. And listen, we did the things with the SPF 50 as well. It is absolutely great. It's well formulated. People love it. And one of our challenges right now is to actually have it in stock because of the specific ingredients that we have put in for that formulation. So that's a current challenge, but we are working on overcoming it.
Okay, so let's say I also want to have a brand, but it might not just be a sunscreen, like anything else. what is the process, or what is the requirement that would really like the basic stuff that I need to know in terms of documentation, then to put myself in there?
Yeah, so it depends on your line of work or your brand or the business or the space that you want to be in. I would say if it's something that you're really passionate about and it resonates with you in your soul, then put in the effort to do the research. If it is a product and it needs to be tested and you want to make sure that it is safe for people to use, do the necessary research. I think with where we are blessed that a lot of what you want to find, you can get it on the internet. It's no longer difficult to sort of get information. So do your research. Have money. At some businesses, they do require capital. Okay. Put in the money aside. Sometimes you might have to compromise on your spending and cut down on certain things to save up to put in place or to give birth to that which you desire. Know your clientele and have an understanding or an idea of how you're going to market the product or that service offering.
I really get you. That seems like, like this process, and then I don't want to take more time into that. Showcasing this product is really interesting. But I have a question. I don't know if it will look like a personal question, but I feel like I really need to ask this question out. Let's say when I was leaving my house, like coming here, I also have a lotion that I applied or anything. How do you feel after wearing this or applying this?
You feel great. You feel sun protected. And I think the incredible thing that we did with this product and all our products, the SPF 50 as well. So skincare generally is expensive and a lot of people can't afford it. And when you speak sunscreen, so sunscreen also can be quite pricey. So we wanted to formulate a product that can satisfy a number of skin concerns and also give you the benefits for your skin to thrive and to heal and to repair itself whilst you're still also getting sun protection. So it's got moisturizing properties, it's got antioxidants, and also sun protection. So when you wear it, you know that you're getting it's a multi-purpose function product. So you really get those benefits, sun protection, moisturizer, so which is a 2-in-1. People that have maybe a combination of oily skin or that want to cut down on their skincare steps, because you find that other people, they might have like 12-step skincare routine, 4 or 7. So it not only is it multi-purpose, it also saves you a bit of money because you get the benefits of, like I've mentioned, of the other stuff. So you really feel great. It absorbs well in the skin, so I'm sure you will love it.
So I think I will feel more confident, like when I wear this, just I'm like, I don't feel the sun now. I just walk under the sun.
Yeah.
And then going back to your journey, your personal journey.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? Like knowing your path, because for someone to be in a place where you can take this out there and people can see this result.
Yeah.
So there is a long story about yourself, first of all. I would like to know your education journey, where you're from, and what did you do at school, and because now I can understand why we have this one, why is this sunscreen so important, and then why even the name of Olwethu.
Okay. So I'm from KZN. My family's in KZN, so I moved to Joburg to do my university studies. I'm an industrial engineer by qualification, and which I studied at the University of Johannesburg. And I've worked in different industries. I've got over 10 years experience in my field. And I guess sunscreen or skincare is a passion. And I mean, my mom did plant those seeds. I listened to her teachings. So that's my education background.
So, and then knowing that, because you have explained your education background, and I can notice that it's really different from this.
Yes.
So how did you manage like to make balance from what you're doing and producing this one?
Yeah. So I think it was just that that incident or that particular point where I was like, I need to do more in terms of the product that I'm using. And that journey started, and it was easy for me to sort of transition or to move into that because of the teachings and the knowledge that come from home. So the seeds that were planted sort of made the starting journey a little bit easy. And because my line of work requires me to be very thorough in my work, we do a lot of research, or let me say unpacking of problems and going to the root cause. So then the research and development of this product was sort of like in par with what I already do on a day-to-day basis. And because I've seen the benefit of sunscreen, it was even a fuel or an encouragement for me to say, okay, we need to go on this route. So they seem very different, but passion sometimes can be different to what you've studied.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I get you. So, but also a very interesting point that I wanted to make out. I'm like, now it's not that I'm judging. I'm not judging, but we are having a lot of excuses from other women also, not only talking about human, but I'm talking about women in particular. So a lot of women now are complaining or being overwhelmed with everything that they face in the daily, knowing that as a mother, you know that you have a kid that you need to take care of.
Yeah.
Like in the morning when you wake up, take care of the kids, yourself, go to work.
Yes.
And then after work, maybe fetch the kids to school and then take care of the house.
Yeah.
And how did you make balance from your work, from your business, and from being a mother?
Yeah. It's important to have systems and processes and support in place. And I think this is one of the things that I leverage off on my career path or career experience. Systems and processes are very important. So within even though you can call it a side hustle or your business, you need to have structure, processes and systems in place so that things can run even without you being physically involved. So as small as we are, I'm no longer involved from the order placement to when we ship the process, the product to the customer. I have someone in place that actually manages. That does that. I then step in from a reporting perspective to track how we performing from our sales, inventory, do we have enough stock, and so forth, and then just managing that. I do step in to do obviously here and there, but even from customer support, if people have any questions or inquiries, there's somebody that actually handles that. So that's part of you putting systems and processes in place.
Okay.
And then from a support perspective, everybody needs support. I have a very great nanny that really, really supports me. She runs the household, so she's the CEO.
Okay.
And it's great that I co-parent with my baby daddy, so that also really, really helps. So, but more than anything, processes and systems in place, proper schedules. I know that this cannot overlap my 9 to 5 and, set up,
everything being clear.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was something really, really tricky to me because I'm a talkative person. I like talking, and then most of the time when I have conversation with some ladies out there, there's this problem. No, I need to take care of the house and then going to work. I don't feel I can be able to work on my own business.
Yeah.
But hearing you talking, it's something that's really touching me. See, like putting in place a system.
Yeah.
So do you think anyone can have that capacity of putting a system in place, or this is something, I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, look, you have to be intentional. If you want to achieve greatness and there's certain things that you also want to achieve in life, you have to put in the effort. You have to be intentional about this is what I want to pursue as well. We juggle multiple roles as women. You're a mom, you pushing your career, you've got a small business and all of that, and you're also trying to maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle, work out and do all of that. There's a lot. Plan your things. Unfortunately, once that 24-hour clock ticks, you're not getting any more time. God is not going to grant you an extra 10 minutes. It's done.
We all have 24 hours.
Exactly. So it's done. So it is up to you to be intentional with what you want to achieve, and then try and get the necessary support to enable you to sort of, achieve and work on the things that you are passionate about. At the end of the day, we're here on earth to try to contribute and to achieve certain things. So don't do yourself a disservice by putting in self-limiting excuses so that you don't start. We all have a number of excuses that we can say, which then become blockers and you're not starting.
Mm-hmm. So you
put the skin in the game.
You talk about support. What if I don't have support?
Sometimes we shouldn't look outside of ourselves for things that that you are already are enough and capable of achieving.
Okay.
Work with what you have. We all have different talents and gifts and things that you can work with. We're not the same. We come from different families. We don't all have what the other person has, and maybe you might have more than what the other person have. So look at what you have and work with what you have. Start with what you have and try and break that slice of bread into however many pieces so that you can work with what you have, essentially. Don't let that be a blocker because maybe I'm coming from a disadvantaged background, or I don't have a lot of capital, or I don't have marketing budget, or I don't have this, therefore I'm not going to do it. The little that you have is enough for you to actually start with what you need to start with.
That's a wisdom word. No, that's really a word of wisdom. And then going back to my topic, what I really wanted to talk about.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about employment.
Okay.
And then now people are complaining about not having a job, not having opportunities. Yeah. People are out there looking for jobs. And then there's even other people trying to create jobs or going for the small, which is being presented to them. So as as someone who has been into business for very, 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 like for many years.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah, because
you make it seem like it's a lot. But
10 years is really a lot. Like imagine a boy who has 10 years. Is someone who's in grade 9, something there. He's a grown-up person already. So 10 years is really a lot. So what do you think can be the good advice for us young people who are trying to put ourselves out there in terms of choosing a career instead of choosing a business, as someone who has been in the market for many years? What can be your best advice for us who want to put ourselves out there?
Career and business, right? I think you have to be confident also in yourself, and do not be shy to put yourself out there. Some organization, well, I think it's still using resumes. Put your resumes out there. Be on LinkedIn. And if you're trying to get into entrepreneurship or in business, use the platforms that are available. Build your personal brand and put yourself out there. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Honestly, everything starts with you. Everything starts with you.
So what if it's not working? Let's make an example, my personal example. Because when I came in this country in 2022, that was like April 2022, like now I have two years into this country. When I came, I was looking for a job.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I firstly knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want a career into digital marketing, into business administration.
Okay.
And then I was sending maybe like 20 CVs a day. My LinkedIn is professional. I was sending stuff out there.
Yeah.
And then, but nothing was coming back. And then a day I just decided to go door to door. In the morning, I just wake up, I bath, I took my bag full of CVs. I'm like, okay, let's go out there.
You're giving away your age.
Yeah. So
the 2000 will be like, you print CVs?
Imagine. I came to Mandela City. I'm like, now I want anything. I just want a job. Because I'm tired of being home. I'm tired of begging for 100 rand. I want my own money. But I want anything legal that I can do. I want a job.
Yeah.
I was working door to door. I got into incredible connection. I never forget this story.
Okay.
I got there with my CV. I asked them that, no, I want to see the manager. So they sent me to the guy. I went there with my CV. I was like, no, this is my CV. The guy took my CV, sent it back, wrote his email address at the back. When he finished, he gave me the CV, like, go back home and send me the CV into this email. But I've sent them CVs already. When I got home, I looked at that email. I couldn't even read it. The guy wrote that email in a way that you can't read it. You see. But I was in a point like, no, now I'm tired. I won't look for any job. Understand? It's because I tried, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So in that situation, let's say like you are into this situation, what will you do?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're facing as young people right now. That's what we're facing.
Yeah.
You know, so put yourself into our skin. What will you do if you were us?
Sure. It's very difficult, hey, and actually quite heartbreaking as well. Because it's not like people are not putting in the effort and they're not putting themselves out there. They are. And we also don't know on the days that they're trying the hardest and the days where it's difficult to even get up and find that motivation to put yourself out there and go knocking on the door. So it's a very, very heartbreaking situation. And I guess maybe people can even be depressed about it. When you feel like life is not progressing in the manner that you would. But I think my advice would be to be persistent and try different things. Sometimes the answers are maybe within ourselves, and maybe career direction is not necessarily something that should happen in your life maybe at that particular point.
That's a good point.
Then explore other things, like, because God didn't make a mistake when he put us here on earth. We all are gifted with different talents and abilities, and sometimes you can use our hands, sometimes maybe you're good at speaking, but your own given talents, your unique talents, which is why you're here on earth, because we're all here to contribute into making the world a better place through whatever skill set that God has given you. And maybe try look within to say, what is it that I can do? Because God didn't place me here with nothing, or for me to just depend purely on other people, as if like, you're an infant or a toddler that, you have to rely on other people. There are things that are placed within you that are here to serve you and are here to benefit you and sustain you in this journey of life. And God is very intentional about it. And I know it's a journey, and sometimes when you're in that dark period in your life, it's difficult to really tap within and say, but what are my talents? I think it really is a journey within. Try and find out, what am I good at? What can I do? And try and work with that. I actually don't really have a straight answer, but I know, because my brother was in that situation where he knocked on doors. It's still challenging for now. So that, what you're saying, it hits home because we are experiencing that. So it's very, very difficult.
Because you have said something important about knowing what you are passionate about or what is your talent.
Yeah.
How did you know your passion for this one? How did you find yourself in a place where like, no, now I feel like I have a passion for this one?
Yeah. I think for me, because I've done the work in terms of the inner work and trying to be in tune with my intuition. Sometimes we take for granted that subtle voice that says, do this or don't do this. And that voice is here, that's yourself, that's your soul or your true self.
Yeah.
That nudge is here to guide you and to prove that, to prove it wrong. Reflect on the moments where you ignored that little voice. Something either bad happened, or like, something had said, or you might say, I'm so glad I listened to that voice because look at what I'm achieving. So you have to be in tune with yourself and know the things that resonate with you, the things that you are genuinely attracted to, that bring you joy. Those are things that you should not dismiss or just honor, because those are the things that can bring you the greatest success. The most people would generally say, if you do what you love, it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah.
It's all about resonance, the things that you easily fall in love with,
Exactly.
because you are honoring yourself and you're honoring that inner voice. So that is a nice direction to say, I'm actually attracted to this, or that resonates with me. We all not going to have the same resonance, i.e. I don't have a passion or an interest to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
It's not within my heart. It's not placed there because it's not me.
It's not you.
But then the things that are placed within you, they're like, okay, I'm interested in this.
Like
Follow that voice, and it's going to lead you to greatness. Everything always adds up.
So you mean like you followed that
Yeah.
little voice?
Yes, that interest.
within you. Like, oh, now I need to do this.
Yeah.
Then you took the courage to put yourself out there, make research and everything. So what do you think can be a good way for a young person to choose a career? Because now I think like we are all running in the easy stuff. You see, because if you can see a lot of young people out there, we are all into business administration, accounting, human resources. What do you think can be a way for us to choose a better career?
Yeah, I think this is it's a joint, it's a collab between the child and the parents. So I think I'm glad as parents, where we're becoming intentional with what our kids are interested in, and we try to foster and support that which they are passionate about. So parents, we also just need to do a bit of work. I know with my generation, our parents are so busy, they maybe try to assist, but also with when you don't have a lot in terms of resources, you're not able to foster and support your child's interest. But like I said, it's a joint thing. So your parents might encourage you to do certain things, or the things that you're passionate about, they'll support and so forth. And then also with you, the things that you are passionate about, or things that you just have a general interest in. I think we take for granted that which you are interested in and the things that resonate with you. It doesn't resonate with everyone on earth. There are people that resonate with those things, and those are the things that you can pursue. But having said that, I'm also not oblivious to the fact that some of us come from parents who have said, be a doctor, be this, be this, be this. And we kind of have to follow that direction.
So being in my own point, when I came in South Africa for the first time in 2018, that was long ago, not really. When I came here, I wanted to do architecture. I went to UJ. I was in Oakland Park. Okay. I was there just trying to make my way. So one day, my father called me. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to do architecture. He asked why. I say like, I love it. I always wanted to be in architecture because I love everything that they do.
Yeah.
He say, I don't see a need of you doing architecture because when I was building my house, I just drew the plan myself. You see, I was like shocked. I'm like, okay. And then I asked him like, what can I do? He said, there's something that we call internet, and it's free. Go and find yourself, see what you want to do. I was confused because at that time I was 18, since a teenager. I was forced to leave South Africa. I went to Tunisia. When I got there, I put myself into IT. Okay. I went into IT. I did IT the first year, the second year, the third year. I was not good with that. I was not feeling in my skin. I'm like, maybe I have to try something else.
Yeah.
And then I went into business administration, where I really found my way. And when I finished my degree, I was not exposed to opportunities. Because imagine someone has been running his business for 15 years or 20 years and giving you a chance to manage that business, but you are just fresh from university. That was something that didn't work for me. And I put myself into digital project management. I just follow a master program into that. You see that when I tried to find a way myself, it took me almost 7 years. You see, like even when I came into South Africa looking for a job, and now I end up doing content creation and digital marketing. But the content creation part, I remember like 13 years ago, my father bought me a camera, like a small camera that I used to take pictures. And when I came here, I just found my passion into that. Because it's something that I like even that's I take the phone to take a picture. Like people used to like those pictures. I'm like, okay, why am I not getting a professional camera? Or why am I not putting myself out there? And knowing that as a young person, it took me almost 7 years to find my way out there, because I didn't get any help from, not really like from parent. They paid for fees, school, but they ask you to choose what you wanted, knowing that I'm young. I don't know what I want for myself. And then right now there's a lot of kids who are finding themselves into those situations. And as a parent, let's let your kid say, no, mommy, I want to do architecture. What will you do about that?
For me, I'm very open-minded.
Okay.
And I'm seeing the value and the importance of supporting kids in things that they are generally have an interest in. You have actually answered yourself in that you were always passionate and interested about this thing, and look at where you are now. It took you 7 years to it's journey back to home. It's 360. So I know our parents did the best that they can, and they wanted the best for us, and maybe they were not involved in fostering us and helping us to identify the things that we generally have an interest in support. But I no longer, let me say I try and not to dismiss the things that a child, she's still very young, that she's interested in, because that is definitely aligned with essentially what you might later do, or the things that helps you to live and to sustain in life. So that is important. And acknowledging, I'm here because I followed a passion. You here because ultimately it is a passion in the things that you like. So it's that resonance and listening to your inner voice to say, this are the things that I actually like and I have an interest in. And you see that as you pursue it, yes, there'll be challenges, but it keeps you going. I can't even explain it, but things that,
but some of us, sometimes we get tired, like tired of being in a place where you don't know what you want about yourself, you don't know who you want to become, and then knowing that the society right now is really not giving hand to young people to put themselves out there, and then at the end we are getting judged by the parents. Do you think is that good?
Look, that is a reality, and let's say you are encouraged to pursue architecture or to go into medicine. I would also recommend, if possible, and I know resources and, things can be a challenge, try and find a doctor at a local hospital, or find an architect, someone that you can maybe shadow to spend time, so that you can get insight in terms of what the day-to-day is. And try and get that experience or just that insight to see if this is something that you would really want. And I know maybe a day or two might not be enough for you to make that decision, but again, that one or 2 days could be enough to say, I am not interested in this. Absolutely no. So with the internet, I'm going to use LinkedIn. You can go and find the CEO of, let's say, ABSA, or CEO of whoever, and try and knock on their doors. And I'm not saying they'll respond or honor you, but you might find that sometimes other people are quite open-minded and they're kind. They might say, okay, cool, come spend a day with me, let's see. Knock on those doors, send people DMs. The internet has sort of made people that have been difficult to reach, ask. the worst that could happen is a no, and you don't lose the limb. It hurts, yes, but you just have to deal with the emotions. Try different avenues.
Now you are making me thinking of a lot of stuff that happened. Like a quick story of myself.
Okay.
When I was doing architecture, that time, I'm the one hosting the podcast, but now I feel like you are the host now. We are.
Doesn't matter.
Shifting.
It's a conversation.
You see. And then that was 2019.
Okay.
I was looking for a job shadowing. I'm like, I'm looking for an internship because UJ required a internship of a week into a architecture company. There's one company in Rosebank that I sent them email about my internship. They told me they never reply. A day I was staying in that side of town or Brie, that side of Boysens, Boysens. Yeah. And then I just wake up in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to look for an internship. I can sit home and send CVs or send emails. Yeah. And that time I lost my phone. Like I had like a small phone. And then before I went out, I took my brother's phone. I searched for that company in Rosebank. I saw this was Rosebank Mall. And then I just drew that map in a piece of paper. I'm like, this is the first row, the second one, the third one. And then I'm going to go here and jump a bit here. I will see it. Yeah. Done. I woke up in the morning, got a taxi, boom, down. I got a Rosebank taxi. I got to Rosebank Mall. Yeah. I followed that map in my mind. I'm like, this is the way. I went there, boom. So in the gates, I found a woman. She asked me, are you studying to UJ? I'm like, no, I'm applying for architecture. Yeah. But they just require me to have a internship of a week. Yeah. But I don't know how am I getting it. That lady told me, like, when you are going there, don't put it like you want to study at UJ. Tell them that you study at UJ and then you want an internship. I went there. I'm like, I want an internship and stuff. Same thing. They wrote the CV, the email again. Like, no, when you back home, send us an email or give us a call. But I'm already here. Why can't you just say if I'm in or I'm out? Yeah. Then I know, They said, no, just go back home. I went back home. I sent my brother that email because that time my English was bad. I sent it to him and he just called them. They said, no, our architecture are in holiday, so they will be back next month. But I needed to submit that stuff on the 20th of July, 2019.
Time was not on your side.
Yeah, and then we were the 20th already. I was stressed. And then now we are on the 25th. I just wake up in the morning. I'm like, no, let me just go out. I just took my bag. I got a taxi. I was in Brie, and just walking. I got to Newtown Mall. That was the first time that I discovered Newtown Junction. I'm like, okay, nice. I found a gym guy. He was there. He was like, no, just come and visit the gym because it was a new gym just open, like they have like a lot of stuff there, specialists and stuff. Yeah. I went there, I visited the gym, and that guy asked me to take a stuff there. I'm like, no man, I'm not in the position of coming here because it's far from where I stay. Yeah. And that guy got mad at me because I just wasted his time. I was like, okay, sure. And then there was a security guy watching us talking, and then he was curious. After that, he called me like, come. I'm like, what are you looking here? I'm like, I'm looking for an architecture company. He told me like, you see this way, just go straight. At the end there's a architecture company there. You can knock at the gate. Yeah. I was like, wow. I just went there. I knocked, a lady just replied. I'm like, I'll send you CVs, but I've never even thought about that because I've never been there. I answered that lady. I'm like, no, I sent you CVs, but nobody answered. And I decided just to come here because I want a internship. Yeah. There's okay, someone will come and open for you. Someone just came and opened. I went there, they gave me a seat because everyone was white there. Like, seats. I just get my seat there. The boss came like, what do you want? I explained to him like, no, I want to go to UJ, but they asked me for an internship into architecture, just knowing all the process and all the structure and stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, sure. When are you willing to start? I'm like, I need to upload all the document within 2 days, but they are asking me a 7 days job shadowing.
Yeah.
He said, okay, go and talk to that guy and start. I went there, I spent the all day. And then at the end of the day, they made a report for me that I've been there for 7 days, but I just was there for 1 day.
Yeah.
You see, so maybe because I was putting myself out there, but other people are not like that.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think can really encourage young people to put themselves out there? Because now we are playing the blaming game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are blaming the government of employment.
Yeah.
And or we are blaming 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄 and all those companies. Who do you think can we blame?
Ultimately, we are responsible for our own lives.
Okay.
Putting yourself out there, that's on you to do. We can have an endless list of excuses of why we can't do certain things or why things are not favorable for me. But you have to take the first steps. You have to walk the journey. And, the beauty of it is as you walk along the journey, you really, the people along the way are there to support you. And you ultimately then land or get what you want to achieve. The journey might be longer than others because our journeys are different, but having excuses is also a blocker for you to take any action. You owe it to yourself to try. Give it your all. Make sure that you've turned all stones. As hurtful and maybe depressing as it is, that process, but don't give up. It's all on you. No one can walk that journey for yourself. You, one foot in front of the other, you have to do that. I can tell you probably go there, but you have to do the walking. And God is fair, depending on, your religion or your belief. There's always sprinkles of affirmation or people that are there to lend a helping hand. Because at the end of the day, we are here to help and to serve one another.
Okay.
And you get that help after you doing the walking. Okay. So, yeah.
Time is flying. That's the only thing that I hate with podcast. Because when I'm here, I don't look at the time, but whenever I turn my head there, I just realized that it has been like 47 minutes that we have been talking. And then in the room here, I noticed this color somewhere, the yellow and white.
Yeah.
You see, yeah. So what is the choice? So do you really have just yellow and white?
Those are brand colors. I think yellow is such a happy color. You were smiling when you said yellow. It brings joy.
Okay.
So, and I guess we wanted the product that will stand out on the shelves when it's placed against its competitors, something that should really pull your eye. And I think color, the yellow speaks to, it is a sun protection product, so what better way to
express that? And why the name of Olwethu?
So Olwethu is a combination of my name and my daughter. Her name is Onako, and my name is Olwethu. So Olwethu, and translated it means our care in Xhosa. So essentially, I think it also tells such a beautiful story to say we care about how you take care of your skin.
Wow.
And we want to be part of that journey. And we also know the side effects or the worst outcome should you dishonor or not protect your skin from the sun. The worst outcome is skin cancer. And we don't want our people to grow on that statistics of people that have passed away through skin cancer. So we really care about your well-being and how you take care of your skin. I
think this one is really a revolution because everything means something in your product.
Yeah.
And that is the good thing with Norway. I can look at that again and just trying to resonate the story that you are telling about this. This is just awesome. Seeing a woman putting out something like that. And this is even the concept, like really the idea when I thought about a woman perspective. So this is a concept that really resonates a lot to me, because right now in society there is a lot of ambiguity. I just call it like ambiguity. Sometimes like we don't take responsibility, men and women. At the same time, we like blaming other for what is happening to us, and we are suffering from victimization and victimhood.
Yeah.
But knowing that you have put yourself out there, and then you have this one without blaming anyone, and know all the struggle that you have been through and all the process, this is really something that I can encourage, like really, really a lot. And I'm really honored to have you with us today, because I noticed that it was a session of wisdom, because you were just putting out punchline, like wisdom punchline. And then I'm really grateful, because I'm those kind of people. I believe in women empowerment, in women legacy.
Yeah.
You see, because my mom, she's someone who's really dear to me. I think she's gonna watch this podcast. You see, and then I came more about women. That's why I'm even coming out with this concept of a woman perspective, having women like you sharing about your experience, talking about what you're facing and how you're living as a mother. Because it was something that I'm really happy to hear from you, like being a mother, being a entrepreneur, and you are also working. Again, like how you manage your time. Because at church, I had this same conversation with a lady that I was talking with about this concept. See, and I'm really happy that women are willing to come to the show and talk about.
Yeah.
So time is going. Your last word.
Thank you for having me. I think this has been a good conversation. So in terms of where people can find us, we are available on our website, www.olwethu.com. We are also available on Take a Lot, Beauty on Tab, as well as Skincare Alert in Botswana. She's one of our stockists.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yes. So we have great plans to grow the business and to extend our sales channel. There are possibly opportunities within Congo.
In Congo?
Yes, I'm in talks with, I think, the founder of Duze Group.
Okay.
So that's something that we're very excited to pursue. So there's a lot of great things that are on the pipeline and things that are already in works in terms of new products. So we're really excited about the growth of the business and what we have to offer to our customers.
That's really, really interesting. I think, guys, you have heard her. She said you can find this product. So they even have Instagram. Your Instagram is sunscreen.
It's Olwethu_sunscreen.
Olwethu sunscreen. On Instagram, the website is there. I know you guys. You guys like to shine. You guys like to take care of your skin. So here is the good product. It's our product. It's an African product from an African lady. So
Correct.
Let's make Africa great again. So buy this product. Thank you so much for being here.
Awesome.
And then I would like, for the same opportunities, I would like to thank Duze Group to sponsor this episode of our podcast. And then I would like to thank all the team of Salt.podcast and all the partners that we have been working with. We have House Vision, we have Billion Tech, which is a media company that's, it's a digital marketing company. They do everything about website, Google ad and all those stuff. And to know that this episode of Salt.podcast is produced by Salt Media. Salt Media, Salt.podcast, Salt Media. So Salt Media produce Salt.podcast and also work into content creation, real estate content creation, photography, and everything is included. So thank you so
Great
much
stuff, guys.
for your time. And then, guys, so please don't forget to share, to like, to subscribe, and to follow Olwethu Sunscreen on Instagram, and go buy. Just don't follow, but also go and buy. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.